Hey guys, Trevon Gross Jr. here from Craft Your Dream Inc. Once again, thank you for tuning into this video. Please subscribe to the Craft Your Dream Inc. channel. We really appreciate it. Every single like, every single comment, every engagement, every single interaction that we have with you guys on this channel, we truly appreciate it. And I hope today that you did something that allows you to live the life of your dreams. Today, I want to talk about the question and asking yourself, am I doing enough? I was having a conversation with a good friend of mine, and she was, she's a hustler. She really knows how to get to work. And she was telling me how she always gets caught kind of asking herself, am I doing enough? And it really made me think, because I think in a lot of ways that's a healthy question to ask. I think it's a good self-reflecting question, because one, it requires us to look at ourselves objectively. And I think in doing that, we're able to discover different truths about ourselves, whether we're doing enough, whether we're doing what we need to be doing. It helps us identify areas in which we could be doing better in and things like that. But I also think at the same time, where it's a healthy question to ask, is a very thin line where that same healthy question can become unhealthy. Where if you ask yourself that question too much, you then almost lose confidence in yourself in terms of the decisions that you're making and the moves that you want to make in terms of things that are going to allow you to live the life of your dreams and accomplish your biggest dreams. So I think, with that question, you want to ask yourself on somewhat of a consistent basis. Personally, I would ask myself that question about every month. Like every month I ask myself, okay, within this month, did I do enough? Did I do enough that will allow me to build Craft Your Dream at the level that I want it to be? Am I doing enough where, people are being impacted in the way I want them to be, and in a way that's effective? And through that, it's allowed me to come up with new ideas. It's allowed me to push Craft Your Dream and things of that nature. But to make it personal to you, if you ask yourself that question, you're then able to just figure out new avenues. You're able to get creative with the ways in which you pursue your dream and things of that nature. But you don't want to ask yourself that question too often, because you don't want to second guess yourself at every turn. You don't want to ask yourself, well, is that the right question, or is that the right decision, or whatever whatever situation you may be in. By asking yourself, am I doing enough? Is that the right thing to do? You want to be confident in your decision. You want to be confident in your ability in whatever you're doing. And so I just want to talk about three things that are good measuring sticks for whether or not you're doing enough, right? So we ask ourselves the question of, am I doing enough, right? We ask ourselves that question somewhat consistently, whether it be month to month, let's say every 2 weeks. Definitely, I would not say do it every day. But we ask ourselves that question somewhat consistently, and I think there are three things that are important that we look at when we talk about the question of, am I doing enough? It is time, ability, and effort. So I'll start with time. With time, you basically want to ask yourself, what is your time dedicated towards? What is your time dedicated towards? And this is very important, simply because I'm certain you may have heard this before, where time is your greatest asset. The amount of time you're able to put into something, the more effective you'll be, the better you'll get at it. And so in order to, basically measure if you're doing enough, you need to look at how much time you're putting towards whatever that thing is. If you're putting forth real active time, real effective time towards your dream and goal, then you're good. But if you're putting forth passive time, you're not waking up as early as you should, you find yourself watching more Netflix than actually getting to work or planning, whatever the case may be, and it's more passive time instead of active time, well, then that's a good indicator for whether or not you're doing enough. You want to make sure that your time is as effective as possible, that it is as active as possible as you're in pursuit of your dream, because you don't want to waste a second. You don't want to waste a second. Your dream is too valuable for you to waste precious time on other things, on Netflix and, just social media, whatever it is. You want to make sure that you are as effective and active as possible with your time. With your ability. Ability is the second measuring stick of whether or not you're doing enough. With ability, you want to ask yourself, what are you even able to do? And this is not necessarily talking about how you view yourself intrinsically. More so, it's like, okay, what can you actually do practically? For example, if you want to be the next Bill Gates, I know I don't personally have his phone number or anything like that, but you might need to reach out to someone that might be similar to Bill Gates in your world, right? And that's just an example. But you want to look at what you're actually able to do, what you are actually able to physically do in the day, right? So if you want to become, I don't know, if you want to be a good musician, right, and you don't have a great musician's phone number, well, who do you know in music? What are you actually able to do? And when you look at those types of things and you ask yourself that question of just what am I actually able to do, and you answer it honestly, because once again, when we ask ourselves that am I doing enough, it's a very objective, self-reflective question. You then allow yourself to really kind of put things in perspective for yourself, and you're able to kind of give yourself a challenge of, okay, if I'm not able to necessarily get in contact with someone, or I might not know a certain skill in terms of what I'm actually able to do, then that's a challenge for you to kind of go out there and learn what you need to learn in order to get it. And there are plenty of resources out there for you to do that. Obviously we have our Craft Your Dream events, which are absolutely amazing. You walk away knowing exactly what you have to do in pursuit of your goals and dreams. But you're able to kind of give yourself a good measuring stick of, okay, what am I actually able to do, and what can I learn so that way I can even do more. And if you're doing all that you are able to do, then you're doing enough, because at the end of the day, you want to just make sure you're giving your best effort in all that you do. The third thing is effort. And this one's pretty self-explanatory, but are you giving all that you can towards what you're doing? And to me, in my opinion, this is maybe the biggest one, just because at the end of the day, your effort is tied very closely to how much you believe in your dream. If you don't believe in your dream, if you aren't giving 100% effort, and that's one of our core values here at Craft Your Dream, if you aren't giving your 100% effort in pursuit of your goals and dreams, you're never going to get it. It's just simple and plain. You're never going to get it if you aren't putting forth your very best effort towards your goals and dreams. And you want to make sure that that is what you're doing. And then that's something that really requires you to look at yourself objectively. If you know that you could have done something better, if you know that you did something at a level 6 and you really could have done it at a level 8, for example, then you aren't doing enough. Like, that answers the question for you right there. But if you know and you can look at yourself in the mirror and say, okay, I did everything that I was able to do. I put forth, all the time that I possibly could towards it, and I did it with 100% effort, then you're doing enough. Now, if any of those things that you can't answer yes to, right? If you say, for example, you aren't putting as much active time towards your goal, then all right, you aren't doing enough. But thankfully, that's something you can fix. If you aren't putting forth 100% effort, well, thankfully, you can identify it, and when you identify a problem, you can fix it. And, you then change that. These are all changeable behaviors. And so once again, I encourage you, as you're on the pursuit of your goals and dreams, is to consistently ask yourself, am I doing enough? But not ask yourself too much, because we want to be very confident in our decisions. But also you want to look at your time, your ability, and your effort in pursuit of all these things. So that's all I just want to say in this video. I appreciate you all for tuning in, like I said. So please like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you think. Attend one of the Craft Your Dream events, engage with us, buy some merchandise. We have on pre-order right now our Craft Your Dream journals, which are available on our website right now, which is basically going to be a 30-day guide that will help keep you mindful, positive, and motivated towards your dream. I'm telling you, it's going to be awesome. So pre-order your copy of our dream journal today, right now. The link will be below, and I'll see you guys next time.